Hi, I'm Lewis Bigfoot. You might know me from such films as Letters from the Big Man and Willow Creek, but you might not know I'm also an expert in citations. In-text citations are important because they identify information from an outside source and direct a reader to the appropriate entry at the end of your essay. These entries will be in an easy-to-review and standardized format so that readers who may be interested in your topic may look further into it. In-text citations vary by type of source, but they all have the same idea. Make the source identifiable for the reader. It can include the author's name, page number, or timestamp, or some other information for readers. Unless you're being fancy, full citations come at the end of the sentence where you use that information, and should be in parentheses, like this. This parenthetical citation is an example of one common citation format, MLA. If you're writing an APA-style paper, it would look like this. In both cases, note that the period appears after the closing parentheses. This is because the information in the parentheses are still considered part of that sentence. But notice the differences between the MLA and APA styles. MLA uses just the author's name and the page number, no commas or other information here, but APA uses commas, adds the year of publication, and includes the abbreviation for page as well. APA asks for a little bit more information, but as long as you have access to that information, it's not any harder than MLA. And I can hear you now. Yeah, this looks easy, but works cited and reference pages are so much harder. You'd think that, but I wouldn't have made my way out of a tiny community outside of Portland, Oregon if it were actually hard. Remember, both styles share similarities, and if you have all that information for your sources already, all you have to do is fill in the blanks. First, the title. Either works cited or references should be in bold and centered on the first line of a new page. Next, all entries should be alphabetized by the author's last name or whatever appears at the start of that entry. It could be a title or something else. Entries should be double-spaced. While the first line of an entry should be aligned to the left margin of the page, each line after that should use a hanging indent. This means, indenting the line so it looks like this. Also note how sections of each entry use periods. Each period helps separate information like the author's name, the title of the source, and publication information. All of this is shared by MLA and APA styles. It's just the details that change. Let's look at a works cited page. Notice that the author's name is included in full. Titles of shorter works like articles are placed in quotes, while the titles of longer works like books and journals are italicized. This helps differentiate the two, especially when they appear in the same entry. And what about reference pages? What do they have? We don't have full names now. We just use the initial of the author's first name. The publication information is moved up and enclosed using parentheses, still with the period to separate it though. Also notice how the titles are written differently. Shorter works don't use quotes, but long works and publication titles are still italicized. So is the volume number for journals, just not the other information here. It should be clear how the major differences between MLA and APA styles of citations are just how the information is included rather than what is included. If you keep a record of your sources as you research and as you write, all this information should be immediately available to you no matter what style you're writing in. Of course, there are lots of possible sources available to you, so for more specific examples and requirements, always refer to resources like the Purdue OWL, apastyle.apa.org, and any information your professors have provided you. Those citations might look intimidating and might make you feel like you need to be an expert. Don't worry. These aren't big shoes to fill. I'm Lewis Bigfoot, and thanks for joining me today on Bigfoot Citings. Hey, why big shoes? I don't wear shoes. That doesn't even make sense. And why bring up Willow Creek? I'm not like that anymore. I've worked on myself. Why do people always